it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that great big subscribe button right here right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now. So if you're new to this channel, I am Sandra Bammy, author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives book, which is out on Amazon, which is all about love, life, and sex from an asexual point of view. So how is the dating app Detox going 1 month later? So yes, I have been completely free now of being actively on dating apps. I haven't actually used them for a month. So I started my dating app Detox on the 25th of July 2022. And we've now gone on to the 28th of August 2022. So I've definitely been off that dating apps for a month. I haven't been on ASAP, I haven't been on Bumble, and I haven't been on Facebook dating. I still have accounts created on all of them, but I haven't been using them. So yeah, what the F is going on? Do you really want to know? So the pros of being off dating apps. So I'm really proud of my achievement for being off dating apps for a month. Dating can get very addictive. Dating apps can get very addictive. And you can feel like you're going around in circles chasing your tail when you're on them. And I think it can cause like feel-good chemicals when you get someone messaging you, especially new people coming into your life. Especially if you get off to a good start with the conversation, etc. But then you can quickly find out they're not suitable for you, and that can cause a lot of heartache and pain, especially if you become a bit attached. So one of the benefits and pros of not being on dating apps anymore is I'm not getting that sudden rush of adrenaline, usually, which, I'd get from meeting new guys that might be suitable for me. Right. So, there's no kind of like instant rush of those type of emotions in that way. Also, being off dating apps has really helped me. I've calmed down a lot, which I'm really pleased about. I've been focusing so much on all the other aspects of my life that I neglected due to the fact of actively seeking a soulmate for a long, long time. And which I don't want to be actively doing anymore on dating apps, it's just given me a whole new lease of life in the sense that I kind of like feel I've been in a trance for years. And so I'm really glad to be detoxifying from it. I'm really glad to be off dating apps. They took up so much of my time, energy, and effort. And really, I don't understand how I had time and energy to look through guys for hours on dating apps, because I literally don't have that time anymore in my life. I'm filling my life with loads of social activities. I've been out lots more for myself lately, been out socializing with people I wouldn't usually associate with, which has been really beneficial, really nice people. The majority of them are the 20s to 30s meetup group from meetup.com. They're not asexual, but they support my asexuality. So being off dating apps has opened a whole new door to the rest of my life, I guess. Like, I'm lost one thing, pursuit of a relationship, and gained so much more. Like, there's all the other aspects of my life that I have gained momentum and gained clarity and insight into. I can focus much more on my book publishing business. I can focus much more on this channel, and I can focus much more on growing another channel, the Make Money Make Cash channel. I've been working on videos for that all this week. This week I should say, this is going, because we're going into Sunday now, and I have spoken to an asexual guy more. He's not interested in a relationship, only friendship with me, which is fair enough. There's another asexual guy I met through Avon. He wants to just chat to me, so I guess I'm meeting more asexual guys online without actually actively dating. So that's quite interesting. But yeah, today tonight, I should say, last night now, because we've moved into Sunday, yesterday night, Saturday, I get a random message from an Indian guy on my phone. And he said, "Hello, Sandra, this is blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to tell you their name. Can we talk for a minute, please? I thought of contacting you back, but I was unable to. But I realised you gave me this number. If you're still looking for someone, let me know." So I said, "Hi, blah, blah. Sure, we can talk. This is my phone. But you will have to remind me who you are. Tell me about yourself and where we originally connected. I have found the right guy. I meant to say I haven't found the right guy for me yet. So I have been on a dating app, Detox, for a month now and focused on myself and my career." I explained that I meant I haven't, because I said I haven't found the right guy for me yet. I meant I haven't. And then he said, "I'm so-and-so. We've met on Facebook dating. I'm an Indian. You've blocked me, however, at Facebook." And I'm like, "Well, why did I block you?" He's like, "Not sure. Last time I checked to message you, I couldn't find your profile." And I'm like, "Whereabouts do you live?" So he told me where he lived. I said, "Did we ever have a video date?" And he said, "No." I said, "So what was our last conversation?" And he said, "I remember you came to London and invited me, but I was at work on that day. That's what I remember." And so I said, "Oh, I remember now. And you said you would get back to me about coming to see me in my city, at Exeter, basically, and you would stay up to call me when I was back home. But you never did call me when I was back home." Sorry, I'll read that again. So, because it's a long message. "Oh, I remember now. And you said you would get back to me about coming to see me in Exeter and you would stay up to call me when I was back home, but you never did call me or text me to say you weren't, which was rude and meant you didn't really care about me and wasn't interested in me. I like guys who mean what they say and who follow through and are consistent and reliable. That's why I blocked you. Unless a guy is dead or dying, I expect him to show up on time when he said he will and call when he said he will. Otherwise, I can't trust him and he isn't the right guy for me." And the guy just said, "Okay." So I'm like, what the F was that all about? What is the point in messaging someone out of the blue like that? Just to like be the same type of person. Nothing's changed. I've said this numerous times on this channel. Right, if it's a guy in my past, please do not get back in touch with me unless like a couple of years have passed and you've really changed yourself and your life, because it's absolute pointless waste of time, energy and effort, and likely I'll never trust you again anyway, so there's no point. You know, it just drives me nuts. It's like, what is it with these people? You know, are they feeling lonely and sad, and all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, she was a nice girl, let me talk to her again." You know, I'm not interested in a guy who can't be reliable, consistent, communicative, who's just a flaky guy who comes in and out of my life when he pleases and doesn't actually, you know, give me the time of day unless it's on his terms. I'm not interested in guys like that, right? So although I'm off Facebook dating, having that guy come back into my life from Facebook dating yesterday was last night, like not many hours ago, because we've just gone through to the next day, you know, was an absolute shocker to me. I didn't expect to hear from him, you know, and the message was like really late at night. It was like 10:21 at night, you know. And so even though I'm not on Facebook dating anymore, clearly some guys are still remembering me from there and from Facebook. But, you know, I'm not interested in flaky guys and stuff. So I am really glad. One of the pros of being off Facebook dating, I'm on permanent take a break there, snooze permanently on Bumble, not going on ASAP. I accidentally touched the button the other day. I'm like, quick, cancel that. So I didn't actually go into it. I cancelled it before, just like close the app quickly. So, you know, the benefit of that is I don't waste my time with guys who are just flaky, irresponsible, if you like, not interested in a serious committed relationship. I'm absolutely sick of coming across guys who don't really want something serious, who just want something temporary, friends with benefits, don't want to put any time, energy and effort into relationship. They really don't want a serious committed relationship. I'm not interested in those guys. I can get tons of those guys. They're all over everywhere. I'm not interested. The way a guy stands out these days has been to be the opposite of what the majority are. You know, want a proper serious committed relationship if I get into one. Otherwise, there's no point. It's wasting my time. And so I'm really glad to be not wasting time, energy, effort on Facebook dating, on Bumble, and on other dating apps anymore. I've just had enough of it. I'm really glad that I'm focusing now on my career myself. I'm a lot calmer. My anxiety levels have decreased in that way. I've still got anxiety in other areas of my life, but that, excuse me, has largely significantly decreased. Cons of being off dating apps is you can, if you're not careful, unless you keep yourself occupied like I do, get into a scarcity mindset that there's less people available for you because you're not talking to numerous people at once, or you haven't got numerous people on tap, if you like, to talk to. You know, you haven't got, there aren't many options in the world, but if you have a negative mindset or a lack mentality, then you could just think, oh, I have lost a lot of options. I mean, obviously, if you're cutting off dating apps, then you have lost the options of those people on dating apps. But most of the people on dating apps, especially guys, because I'm interested in guys, and I follow another dating coach who talks about this, and he's very, very experienced, is that they're avoidant. They're avoiding getting into a serious committed relationship, and that's why they're on the dating apps in the first place. So I don't want to be getting into an attachment with an avoidant guy, because I have an anxious attachment style, and these are the opposite. Every time the anxious person tries to get close to the avoidant will just avoid, stop talking, ignore conversations, and just not be there and be flaky and, you know, closed off. That's not what I want. And so, you know, I think it's really good. I'm no longer on dating apps. I don't think as highly of Indian guys as I used to, which may come as a complete shocker to you. For years, I've been pursuing my Indian guys since 2014, but I actually don't trust Indian guys as much as I used to, which I know is really weird to say, but it's absolutely true. It's sad in some ways, but maybe it's for my greater good, you know, like, not only that, it's the culture is just so different to who I am. I do not like a guy who just lives by his parents' wishes. I really don't like that type of person at all. I just think you need to be able to think for yourself in your life and follow your own path and follow your own dreams, regardless of what people say or think or do. And that's the type of individualist I am, a nonconformist, and I get very disheartened at the fact that the Indian culture is very different to my own, and a lot of Indian guys seem to want to live with their parents till they die and their siblings, and it's like, it's good to love and respect your parents, but being like tied to them till the end of your life when you're a completely different generation and have different interests, wants and needs and desires, to me is ludicrous. It's like living in the dark ages. Arranged marriage is like living in the dark ages to me. I just think it's really bad. I'm in a group now. I have gone in an Indian group on Facebook though. Well, it's predominantly Indian people, and I've been looking through the comments. It's dreadful how many people are in unhappy arranged marriages. Predominantly it's women talking in there who are Indian, and how much, you know, their husband's too busy with the family and friends to pay much attention to them or satisfy their emotional needs, and they get very neglected emotionally in the relationship, and it's just horrible. So it kind of confirms what I think about arranged marriages. You know, I'm not saying everyone's like that, but, you know, there was an Indian guy that was connected with me on Facebook as a friend, but I just didn't trust him, and I ended the friendship. He was just interested in talking to women abroad, and I'm just like, making friends abroad. I'm just like, you're just probably going to ask for a visa later down the line. Maybe you're not doing that now, or a job, or numerous things, and I just can't be dealing with that, you know. And so, you know, for me, being off dating apps is just really good for me. I'm much happier. I'm much calmer in my life. I'm really much more driven career-wise. I have a lot more time. I can't really, for me, I find it, I can't really deal with a relationship and everything that goes with that, and the intensity and the rest of the other aspects of my life, because, you know, it's just too much for me. So I prefer being single at the moment. I prefer like working on myself. I prefer working on my environment. I prefer just taking care of me and sorting my own needs out, you know. And so overall, I'm really glad. I thought about going on Tinder because they do have an asexual option, but from everything I've read, people are not enjoying it on there. If they're asexual, the majority just don't get any satisfaction from a relationship for it, and for a relationship from it, should I say. So yeah, I think, if you are healthily proactive, you can be going elsewhere off dating apps and putting yourself out there in social situations, which is going to be much more beneficial to meeting someone near where you live and who may be a lot more better for you. I am open to other people who are not Indian, other guys, I'm only interested in guys who are not Indian to be in a relationship with, but to be honest, I still have a preference for Indian guys, especially aesthetically and romantically, and I guess emotionally too. And I just don't think right now is the time for me to find the right guy for me. I think it's much better I focus on my career, get every other aspect of my life sorted, and I feel like I'm able to excel more in other areas now. I've bought a book publishing masterclass course by some other book publishing creators that are quite well known in the niche, although they were new to me. And so, yeah, I just feel there's much better things to do with your time than be on dating apps. If you're an asexual person, obviously, it's a lot harder because you have to answer intrusive questions a lot of the time. People lie about being asexual, not needing or wanting or liking sex. And, I just find that really disheartening. It's like, why waste each other's time? But people do waste each other's time on dating apps a lot of the time. And, do I miss talking to a variety of guys? Sometimes it would be nice to talk to a variety of guys romantically, but overall I don't miss it. I just feel better for not being on there anymore. I feel better for not focusing not paying it attention. I feel I'm talking to a lot more asexuals lately from being off there and not focusing on predominantly what heterosexual guys are on, And I just feel so much better, like, especially when that guy messaged me, text me. It's like, what's the point in texting me? Because you're not a reliable guy. You don't really care about me. You didn't bother to video call me when you said you would. You didn't apologize or say anything about you not even turning up. It's ridiculous. I don't want a guy like that. I want a guy who's enthusiastic to see me, who can't wait to talk to me, who can't wait to video call with me, who's eagerly anticipating that call, who wants to be in my life every day of my life, and who wants to just generally cherish, love, and adore me and be kind and caring. I don't want these guys who are unreliable, don't really care about me. Just, I don't know why they're pursuing me for their own selfish reasons, I'm guessing, for validation, for me to be there when the hell they feel like it, but it ain't happening, right? It's really not happening. So I just really look forward to spending more time on my own and with my friends. I'm really focusing on my friends right now, socialization, having fun in my life, my career stuff, and all the aspects I neglected over the years when I was focusing on dating. And so for me, there's far many more pros. There's relaxation, de-stressing from the dating apps. There's more opportunities to meet people in real life, in person, more likely in the area of where you live as well, by being off the dating apps, which might sound counterintuitive, but it's good. It's just better for emotional health, I think. It's better all around for just living a better life and not wasting your time, energy, and effort. Yeah. So I've been out lots more lately, having a lot more fun. And so, yeah, I'd really recommend dating app Detox, coming off it and just continuing with it. I intend to keep continuing with it. I'm not so thinking about being with an Indian soulmate anymore. I do still have the vision of him, but I'm not really thinking about it anymore. It's not a big deal in my life anymore like it used to be. I'm happy being single overall. I do still feel I would like to be in a relationship with someone still. I'm still feeling that partly at the moment, but I'm feeling that was more likely a couple of years down the line, or even many more years down the line. It's something I don't really feel is going to be right for me at this point in my life, in my time. I just feel like I've got to focus on my book publishing business and so much other stuff. and a relationship would just get in the way and make me anxiety induced right now. So yeah, I feel it's much better for me to socialize with people, have friends, and get on with my own life and career and just be as happy as possible, because life is way too short not to be. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, helpful, insightful. If you have, please pop an emoji down below, pop a comment, left to know what you think. I'll see you soon in the next live stream. Take care. Bye.